Well, all you can do is first of all try and get the two remaining wickets for as little runs as possible, and then bat normally. Because if we bat for 5 hours tomorrow to chase 180, 190, then it's a normal batting day. It's not a chase where you have to go at the bowling. So we hope that whatever happens in the morning, whatever roller is used, helps to flatten out the wicket a little bit so we can get a good start.
And can I also just ask, you must be quite impressed by your bowlers because they've obviously come into this test match with not a huge amount of preparation behind them and obviously extraordinary circumstances. And to put the effort in they did in the evening session was quite something.
Well, yeah, it's been a special day for them. It was difficult in the morning, even in between lunch and tea, but in the evening they came up trumps because they persisted.
All right, thank you, Ali. Ian, please proceed.
Yeah, Phil, I just wanted to ask for your view on Jason Holder's contribution through the match, but in particular in opening up the game with the wicket of Ben Stokes. When Stokes and Crawley were batting together, it looked like England had everything under control, and it was Jason who managed to break things open.
Well, it's what he does. He comes back and puts in the big spells for the team. That's the way he leads his team, and I didn't expect anything different. He was bowling for a while, and you expect him to change, but he wanted to get that breakthrough for his team. So don't expect anything different from him. That's the qualities he brings to the team.
Were you surprised at all at the way in which that did sort of allow the floodgates to open? Obviously, Shannon and Alzari picked up wickets thereafter, but were you surprised in the way that it kind of happened so quickly? 5 for 30, I think, was the spell.
No, it showed the persistence of the bowlers. We've been fighting all day, and Stokes and Zak, they started to take the bowling apart, but the persistence of Jason and then Alzari's spell was a huge spell too, because on the back of what Jason did, he came and got a couple of wickets soon after that. So it's commendable the way how they stuck to it.
Thank you.
All right, I'm seeing one more indication of a question from English media. I just want to reiterate for anyone that joined the chat late or maybe didn't hear me, that firstly, we're going to take questions from the English media so that they could meet their press and news time, and then we will proceed with the Caribbean and the subcontinental media thereafter. Please proceed, Chris Starks.
Yeah, hi Phil. We've often seen with these smaller chases they can get or be more difficult than people think. How confident are you your team will hold their nerve tomorrow when it comes to trying to chase down that target?
Well, as I said, we got to get the 2 wickets, and whatever is put in front of us, we have a day to bat. And I think the confidence from the way we batted, the attitude towards batting in the first inning is going to be a huge plus for us when we bat in second inning. And whether you're chasing 170 or 190, it's going to be the same attitude that you need to chase it. So I have confidence in that.
Thanks.
We got a question from Rory.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, Rory.
Ahead of a chase tomorrow, how important is it that Craig Brathwaite got in the runs in the first innings and looked really in good shape? Because if you're looking to score at a reasonable, normal scoring rate, he could be very important for the team tomorrow.
Well, anytime we bat, he is important for the team. I think he's the glue that keeps the team together. I think we need him to stay for a while and bat to hold things together, and everybody else play around him. I think everybody know that's mainly the plan when we bat.
Thanks, Rory. Again, I'm not seeing any other indication from the English media, so I think that it's safe to proceed with a few questions that I'm seeing from the Caribbean media. So anyone else from the Caribbean media who does have questions, I'm asking you to just place those in the chat so that I can get a proper indication of how long this engagement will be and how many questions we could take from each journalist. To the English media that will be signing out now, I want to say thanks for joining and thanks for the coverage. I'll move to a question from Zahir Clark.
Good day, Phil.
Good day, Zahir.
Yeah. I was going through the archives and I realized that West Indies has never lost a test match in which they have bowled first and they have gotten a first inning lead of over 100 runs. Speak about how confident you are going into tomorrow. And also, how pleased are you with the work of the bowlers that they put in today, given the conditions and the patience they exhibited, even when the wickets were not falling?
I am extremely pleased with the way the bowlers bowled today, both when two batters batted before lunch, and more so when Stokes and Crawley were trying to take it away from us. The patience we exhibited has been something that we've been asking for a while, and today it showed up, and we bore the fruit of that in the evening session. Other than that, you can't really say much more. I think they stuck to their task.
Thanks, man.
All right, and this indication did come a little bit late, but we're going to move on to a question from Matt Roller. I do see your indication in the chat, Terry, but we'll come to your question after Matt.
Hi, Phil. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You mentioned Shannon Gabriel and Alzari Joseph spells as being important. They obviously sort of look fresh and bowl with good pace near the end of the day. Was that sort of always a plan, especially with the case of Alzari, to keep him fresh and for there to be something left in the tank for the final hour of the day? Obviously, only came into the attack after 30 overs or so.
No, there's no such plan. It's just how the captain sees it while he's out there, and I think that's the way he rotated his bowlers today, and it worked well for us in the end.
And just touching on that, how important do you think Alzari is as a strike bowler for you? Obviously, those 2 late wickets.
I think when he's bowling like he bowled this evening here, he's always going to be a threat to any batting lineup we play against. So that's the thought we are trying to get in his head, that this is the type of spells we want from him and we need from him. So if he continues to improve the way he is, he's going to be a threat going forward.
Thanks.
Terry Larache, please proceed.
Yes, good evening, Phil. It's good to see the boys fighting, but that discipline and the patience that the bowlers have showed, I guess no matter what we're chasing in the final innings, you'd be expecting the same from the batsmen. But is that something that you've been working on with the team in general to instill that in them?
Well, part of Test cricket is about patience, especially when you have wickets like this to play on, and it's something that we've been working on hard and not getting bored of doing the simple things and the basic things for a while in order to put people under pressure. So I'm glad to see it's working and guys are thinking about what we've been working on.
Okay, thanks, Phil, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, I'll just indicate that we are willing to take 2 more questions after this one. However, this is the final indication that I'm currently seeing in the chat. And it's another question from Mr. Zahir Clark. Zahir?
Yeah. Good evening again, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Gabriel. We know that he had a terrible time last year with his ankle. This is his first test back, and he has taken 7 wickets. What do you think about the performance of Gabriel? And also Alzari, who I think this is his 3rd time partnering with Gabriel, Holder, and Roach in the lineup.
I think it just shows his desire to play for West Indies and coming back from ankle surgery and doing all the hard work he's done. Even during lockdown in Trinidad, he was finding ways to train to get himself fit for the series. You can only compliment him. It's great to see him back on the park, and I'm sure that Jason is happy to have him. Roach is happy to have him as an opening partner. And as you say, Alzari is coming up with them. He's just started, and it's great to see the combination and how they're working together. I think that's the important thing there, how they bowl together, and it's showing and it's improving.